Welcome to Game 2, final game of the regular season between the Warriors and the visiting La Sierra Golden Eagles. Warriors got the first one, and through 6 total innings, including a mercy rule that ended the last final frame of the 6th inning with 7 runs on the board. Final score 13-5. The Warriors finishing off on a strong note, and they'll try to finish on senior day with a high note. Madison Mendez is the pitcher here for the Warriors. She'll face off against La Sierra. Delivers strike one of the count here to Lily Mugica. Lily Mugica, Mia Franco, Lola Tanner, 1, 2, 3. Then Morgan Ramsey, Hannah Gilfos, and Marina Marola, 4, 5, 6. And at the bottom, Maritza Morales, Michaela Smith, and Naleo Kelly, 7, 8, 9. 0-2 count. It's a ground ball. It's going to go foul regardless. Next delivery, 0-2 once again. Another foul ball. Trying to work the lineup here for the Warriors right now. We'll get to that in a second. Justice Reese at shortstop, Alyssa Patlin left field, Alyssa Lopez at first base, Jessica Guillen at right field, Rachel Verla at second base, Jasmine Lara at third base, Gracie Firth behind the dish, Casey Johnson in center field, and Madison Mendez inside the circle. 1-2 count on Lily Mugica. Another foul ball off the end of the bat. That's 5 pitches here on the first AB of the hitter. Madison Mendez, pretty nice at the plate. Double and a single in the first game. Did not appear on the dish in that first game. Still the longest distance pitcher here for the Warriors. He delivers the next one inside. It's a battle here between number 2 and number 1. Mendez delivers another foul ball. This time it's a driller above the La Sierra dugout. Pitch number 8 coming up. This one's in play, ground ball, third base side. Throw to first, another really nice play there. Jasmine Lara on 1 foot. An 8-pitch at bat. Ends up in the first out of the game and the inning. And now here's Mia Franco up to the plate. Inside ball 1. Another one inside as well. Same location. Back-to-back balls. 2-0 count for Mia Franco. Same location, but clips the corner on the inside half. Strike one, 2-1. Here on Mia Franco. She was the leadoff woman in the first game, just a single, scored a run off of an RBI double by Jaslyn Hernandez, who actually kind of came out late in that one. This one coast to coast off the plate, 3-1. Mendez having a little struggles with the command here in the early goings against these hitters. And that is a 5-pitch walk. First runner of the game for the Golden Eagles. There's the first pitch on the way. Next batter up, Lola Tanner. Launches it for ball one. And Coach Wallace is going to come out of the dugout and have a conversation with Madison Mendez. A little bit of a struggle here, 5 balls in 6 pitches. Mendez up on the mound. She will be in the 3rd spot of the order for the Warriors coming up when they come to swing in the bottom half of this inning. And Gracie Firth coming back out from the dish, from the circle, rather, as we get loaded back up here. Mendez delivers the next one. 1-0 count. Inside, got the corner. Strike one, 1-1. 1 out, 1 at first. Mia Franco on board with that 5-pitch walk. Fouled off to the backstop. One-two on the way, floated on and just below the knees. "17 pitches now for Madison Mendez here in the first stretch. That one's in the dirt. Firth goes to first, back pick. Mia Franco dives back in time. Full count coming up for number 4. In the corner, watch strike 3. Throw to second, just under the hand of Varela as she dove back in on the relay by Firth. Almost got a double play there. Mendez gets the strikeout, that's 2 away. Much better scenario, regardless. Just need to get an easy out here. Franco, 60 feet, move to second. That's in there for a strike. Watch down the middle for Morgan Ramsey. It's her first at-bat of the day. Didn't participate in the first game of this doubleheader. That one's in the dirt as well. Another one watched. It's called strike 2. Ramsey hitting 133 on the season. Just 2 hits so far this year. 3 runs scored for her. Off-speed pitch, that got her, absolutely. Bendis gets out of a bit of an early jam there. Strands 1 at second base. We're through the first half. Top of the first, and to the bottom half we go here on the Warrior Sports Network.
The defensive lineup for the Eagles. At second base will be number 2, Willie Makita. At center field will be number 3, Mia Franco. Shortstop number 4, Lola Tanner. Right field number 26, Morgan Ramsey. Designated player number 28. At third base number 5, Marina Lola. At first base number 19, Maritza Morales. I apologize for the mispronunciation of names. Behind the plate number 10. Michaela Smith. Left field, number 16, Leo Kelly. Starting pitcher, Hannah Dahl. This is the defensive lineup. Bill Williams. Shortstop, number 3, Sylvia Reese. Left field, number 9, Elizabeth Hall. Designated player, number 1, at first base, number 2, right field, 28, Jessica Ian. Second base, number 6, Victor Morel. At third base, number 16, Jasmine Morrow. Catcher, number 15, Rachel Burris. And center field, Casey Johnson. Starting pitcher, Madison Mendez. Leading off for the Warriors, shortstop, number 3, Justin Reese.
Bottom half of the first inning, they'll face off against Hannah Dobbs, who got the loss in the first game early on. Went for 2/3 and 2 innings pitched in relief of Savannah Henry before giving up eventually the go-ahead run. 3 earned runs in total on 6 hits. That's in their first strike to the leadoff woman, Justice Reese. 0-1 to count. Justice Reese led off the previous game. A fly out. And online with that 2 RBI triple early on. Was swinging pretty well with the bat in that first game, but defensively gave up at least a run and allowed the inning to continue on a double play potential attempt. She was subbed out defensively by Emma Avalar early on in that first game, but nice to see Coach Wallace giving her a chance to rebound here in the second one. 2-1 count for Justice Reese. Infield coming in. She flares one to left center field. Franco calling it off. This will hop over the wall. It's a leadoff ground rule double for Justice Reese. It's actually the second ground rule double that's been laced out in that same location out in left center field early on. Emma Avalar did the same thing in her first AB in replacement of Justice Reese. This one a little bit earlier than that first one. And the Warriors can strike first here. And here's Alyssa Patlin. You see the infield way in, and that goes against them as it goes into shallow left. One pitch. Alyssa Patlin extending to second. Somebody tripped up in left shallow. It looks like Kelly might have got mixed up there throwing the ball in. She is limping right now. And there's 2 runners in scoring position now. So it looks like we're going to get an injury timeout here, right back here on the Warrior Sports Network in just a second.
Foul play in left field. Number 22, Monica Carrion.
No outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Runners first and or second and third rather. That's in there. Missed off the plate. Ball one to Madison Mendez, the starting pitcher for this game. Annika Carrion now in left field in replacement of Naleo Kelly, who looked like she got a bit of that turf monster out there in left field. That one's in the zone. 1-1 count. Kelly got tripped up there in left field trying to bring the ball in after Alyssa Patlin's single. And she kind of read it pretty well too. The relay coming in, kind of halfway to second base, and then just pulled the trigger, got the second base back. That's why she's at second. Warriors looking to tack on a few runs here in the bottom half of the first. 2-1 count on Mendez. That's another one that's a bouncer off the dirt. 3-1. Hoping for the best for number 16, Kelly, who is being checked on by our trainer. This one's on the way, flared opposite field off the glove of Mujica. Reese will score, Patlin right behind her. 2 RBIs for the starting pitcher. 2-0 Warriors.
First baseman, number 18,
Here's Alyssa Lopez. She goes after the first pitch, but that one is just outside the third base bag. Foul ball. Lopez came in the 5th inning, struck out swinging in that one lone at bat, replacing Jasmine Lara before being replaced by Jasmine Lara in the 6th inning, who eventually walked, scored a run. On an RBI single by Madison Demon. Ball upstairs, 1-1 for Lopez. Still no outs here in the bottom of the first. This Eagles team have had some really tough games throughout the season. 3-game losing streak right now, including one of those 0-14 loss to Hope International. Fouled off, 1-2. Meanwhile, the Warriors already secured a spot in the Continental Athletic Conference playoffs. They will be taking a trip to Georgia towards the end of the month. After knocking off Hope twice and walking off Arizona Christian. This is in foul territory, and it will be snagged out of the air by Morales. That's the first out.
Number 28, Jessica Guillen.
Now Guillen will step in, who did not play a majority of that first game. Came in as a pinch hitter for Sydney Rutschner at the bottom of the order, then got a ball right to her backside on the first pitch. And here she is to start things off a 1-0 count. That one's in the dirt, 2-0. Guillen has become a standout freshman here on this lineup. A majority of more innings played than the rest of the freshmen in this roster. Chino High School native, as she fouls off that one, 2-1. Known for her speed and her strong arm in the outfield, one of those other products of Coach Brandon Wallace's Fast Pitch Academy, and has really established her as one of the go-to hitters on this team as well. 307 on the season. Fouls it off, 2-2 for Jessica Guillen. 27 hits and 88 at-bats. A home run already, 2 triples, and 7 doubles. The most on the team this year. 2-2. Lays down the slap hit to shortstop to second. No play at first. They get the lead runner, 2 gone. Mendez will take a walk back to the dugout. Fielder's choice gets Guillen on board. 2 gone here, on first. This first pitch hit, flared up in the infield, gets over the head of Mugica. Misjudged it poorly in shallow right, and everyone is safe. That one's snagged off the ground by Marola. Throws to first. A nice play there by the third baseman in Marola. That ends the inning, but the Warriors lead it 2-0 through the first. Off to the second we go here on the Warrior Sports Network.
Right fielder, number 26, Morgan Ramsey.
Through 1 inning, Warriors lead it 2-0. After a 2 RBI single by Madison Mendez as she takes back the circle here. Isn't that nice in the sport of softball when you can help yourself out like that? Madison Mendez, the designated player in the 3 spot, able to knock in a pair. Ground roll double by Justice Race, and then Alyssa Patley with that single to left field. And Mendez just did the rest. And now she's in line for a win. First 3 batters up here in the top of the second, 5, 6, 7. 0-2 count here on Hannah Bufilos. Gilfus, 0-2. That one's below the knees. It'll be her, Marina Marola, who ended the previous inning with a really nice snag at the third base side on that line driver by Jasmine Lara. Stranded 2 in the previous half inning, and then after it's Maritza Morales. That one's off that leg and rolls foul. So pretty deep in the last couple innings for both pitchers. Mendez with 22 pitches and Hannah Dobbs with 21 pitches. She's in line for back-to-back losses right now if her team can't eke out a few runs here in the top of the second. Off speed, got her swinging. That is 3 consecutive hitters now down on strikeouts. One gone in the top of the second. Warriors pitching staff, aside from Mendez, only retired 2 different batters for the Golden Eagles on strikeouts. Only 2 of them. Madison Mendez has edged them out by 3 now. Start things off a 1-0 count here on Marina Marola. This is her first AB of the day, first of the series. Upstairs, ball 2. A senior from Lake Arrowhead, California. She's hitting 167 on the season. Only 2 hits and 12 at-bats so far. Tag something on here. That one just off the plate. Started middle, trailed outside. Doesn't get the call from the home plate umpire. Rio. That's missed high above the zone. 4-pitch walk for Marola.
First baseman, number 19, Morales.
Second on board with the freebie for the Golden Eagles, and here's Maritza Morales. This is her first AB of the game, first of the series too. Mendez comes around, fires inside half, misses inside. 5 straight balls here. Morales hitting 107 on the year, 3 hits and 28 at-bats. Behind her, Kayla Smith on deck for the Golden Eagles. That one also misses below the strike zone. 2-0 count. Pretty tight strike zone here for the home plate umpire. Let's see if Madison Mendez can adjust. That's just right down Main Street. She will not be denied a strike call there. Two-one on the way. Inner half. That gets the call. Strike 2, 2-2. Warriors holding on with a 2-0 lead here in the top half of the second. Golden Eagles trip from Riverside to get here to Irvine, California. Strike 3 looking off the outside corner. Even Morales, a shocked look on her face. 4 retired for number 1. Mendez locking in, getting ready for Georgia. Just like her counterpart, Sarah Ellerton, who, by the way, 6 RBIs in the last 3 games for her. Early on in that first game, knocked a deep 2-run home run, gave the Warriors the lead 2-1 early on, and it was dead center. Straight line over the center field wall. You see that 220 deep there behind Johnston, who's out in center field for the Warriors. That was right over that wall. Inside half, strike 1. 1-1. Madison Mendez air bending the strike zone, goes with the off speeder. Patlin takes a few steps to her right, has the grab, and that leaves another one stranded there for the Golden Eagles. Through 1.5, Warriors still lead 2-0.
You up for the Warriors. First, Johnston and Reese.
Oh my.
That's number 15, Gracie Firth.
8, 9, and 1 hitters here for the Warriors, leading off in the bottom half of the second. Gracie Firth, it's her first at-bat of the series, and she wants that one for ball one against Hannah Dobbs. Warriors up 2-zip right now. That one's off the plate as well. Firth, a 143 batting average, 3 hits in 21 ABs. Not a lot of at-bats so far this season. She does have a triple this year. Looking for something here. This is flared out. Right field, shallow. Better read that time from Mujica. And she's able to make the catch. Kind of fighting the sun a little bit here. Should be right above our heads off in the west. Good afternoon from Costa Mesa. That one's in the dirt. Ball one. Did that get Johnston there? Yes, it did.
Number 3, Justice Reese.
It's a hit by pitch there, and first pitch late and a bunt there, and that looks like it got Olive Smith. She's gonna walk that thing off. That bunt looked like it got her on the inner thigh. So Johnston hit by a pitch, one gone here in the bottom of the second. Reese showing bunt, pulls up. Johnston's got to go back with Mujica covering the first base bag. On the back pick there. 1-1 count here for Reese, who started the game off with that ground rule double. Lets that one fly inside. 2-1 count. Justice Reese from Claremont High School. Another one of those standout freshmen here on this roster. Takes a piece of this one in foul territory and cannot make the grab there. Morales, as it bounces in front of the La Sierra dugout. And Justice Reese will survive for another pitch. Despite a lower batting average than her teammate Jessica Guillen, a 203, she has managed to get a triple, a double, and a home run this season for a whopping 7 RBIs. Same spot. This one a little bit more in, and another misjudgment there by Morales. It's another foul ball. Reese, another survival. So 2 back-to-back pitches. Morales could have gotten that second out there, but it still remains 2-2. That one's in the dirt. Johnson's got to dive back in. A little bit off the bag there. It is a full count now for Reese. Off the plate, and Reese will make him pay. Full count walk.
Number 9, Alyssa Patlin.
Now runners at first and second, set up for Alyssa Patlin. That single back in the first inning. She got on board and then scored by Madison Mendez, who is now on deck. She's looking to further the lead here in just the second inning. Johnson at second and reset first. Patlin showing bunt, pulls up. A little bit of movement from the bases, but everyone stays where they are. It is a 1-0 count for Alyssa Patlin. Another show of bunt, off-speed pitch. Got one goes outside the outer corner. A 2-0 count. Dobbs being a little bit more conservative here. Trying to pitch around Alyssa Patlin right now. One out, trying to get the runners into scoring position. Shows it. That one is under the zone as well. 3-0 for Alyssa Patlin. This would be dangerous here if Mendez comes up to the box. One out, and potentially the base is loaded. Patlin will not pull the trigger. That's called for a strike as she throws the bat away. Definitely left the bat in there a little bit too late. 3-1 for Patlin. Does not show bunt. Now she gets the walk. Bases loaded for Madison Mendez coming up. This might be a conversation time here. And yep, here comes Rochelle Ukui. Talk to Dobbs there in the circle. Mendez started the game with that 2 RBI single in her previous at-bat. That was only in the first inning. We're in the second. And Mendez has a chance to knock in 3 more, and potentially even 4 if she can knock one over the wall. So Ellerton with that 2-run home run on senior day. Madison Mendez, one of the 8 seniors being honored here today as well. Let's see what she does here. Bases loaded, 1 out, bottom half of the second. Dobbs after the meeting, see how she adjusts. Mendez goes after a pitch, pops it up in the air. Franco in, and here comes Johnston. That will score at least 1. Patlin nearly got caught up in a pickle there at second base. Mendez a sacrifice fly to make it 3-0. Two outs here. Lopez rolls this one over. Cut off and taken by Marola over to first. Another 2 stranded on base for the Warriors, but Madison Mendez adds another 1 to the board, 3-0 through 2 innings. Up to the top of the third here on the Warrior Sports Network.
Scheduled up to the Eagles. Marion, Chipita, and Franco. Left fielder, number 22, Annika
for 2. Madison Mendez has really helped herself out. 3 runs. That's all that there is on the board right now for the Warriors. Back up in the circle and delivers the first pitch to Annika Cardion. Ball 1 on the inner half. She came into the game after Naleo Kelly, who was in left field. Got a bit of the green monster out there on one of the plays for Melissa Patlin's single. And came out with an injury. And checked on by our athletic trainer. And Carrion took over, and now here she is in this AB, a 1-1 count. This one's off the plate. 2-1. Carrion, just a walk and a fly and ground out in the first game earlier today. 0 for 2 on that mark. Still looking for her first hit of today. Off the plate as well, same location, 3-1 here. Madison Mendez already 4 strikeouts on 43 pitches thus far here into the top of the 3rd inning. Right up the cut, Mendez, and it's off of her on the ricochet. Varela gets the relay, but not in time at first base. That's a wake-up call if I've ever seen one. Mendez put the glove right in her face, and thankfully so, because that ball was headed straight for her dome. So that will go down as a hit. It's a hard hit there. Over the top, Varela will not have a play at first base. A little bit of a high throw there by Jasmine Lara at the 3rd base side. At least gets the lead runner there.
Number 1, Mia Franco.
One gone, top 3rd. One's off the plate, 1-0 for Mia Franco. Hika on board on the fielder's choice, 5-4. That one's inner half, got the corner, strike 1. Mendez flips it up, off speed. Launched all the way through. Give Mia Franco a bag of popcorn for that one. Same exact pitch, outer half. Watch strike 3.
Number 4,
That is her bread and butter pitch there. The off speeder hangs around and looks like it's gonna be a ball upstairs, but ends up ending up in the strike zone. 5th strikeout for Madison Mendez. Another well-placed ball, inner half, strike 1. Jam swing, fouled off. Tanner with an 0-2 count. Rolls this one over, ground ball. Runner runs into the ball, and that should be runner's interference for running into it. Not exactly sure why the umpire did not call it. You can clearly see even Lily Mujica also thinks that she was out after touching that ball there. That usually should be the rule. Runner touches the ball on the way through. Varela was right there in the middle of the path, and it looks like the umpire is going to stand with the call there. Not going to be happy with this one as they elect to go to the home plate umpire to discuss that one. This should be a no-brainer of a call here. Wow, they're going to call this safe. Very interesting call there. And looks like Coach Wallace is going to go up to Madison Mendez and just give her a little bit of a breather here before we get underway. That was very weird. Very weird call there. Unfortunately, we don't have a replay.
Scheduled up for the Warriors, Ian Varela. Right fielder, number 28, Jessica Ian.
Guillen fouls off the first pitch here in the bottom half of the third. Warriors up by 3 here against the La Sierra Golden Eagles right now. Very interesting last half inning that we just witnessed, but still scoreless frame nonetheless for Madison Mendez as Jessica Guillen cuts through another pitch there. Dobbs now in her 3rd inning of work. 3 innings for Madison Mendez. Pretty clean inning in itself, just left a couple of runners stranded there. Guillen almost showing bunt, pulls up, ball upstairs. So definitely want to address that weird call back in the last frame. So we got the ruling officially from what that play transpired from. Now what I'm talking about is that hit by Lola Turner that hit her teammate Mujica from first base to second base on the transition. Jessica Guillen fouls it off on her left leg. At least keeps the bat alive though. So 2-2 count here. Two-two count remains. There is a conversation here to be had with, looks like on Coach Tom Ogle, who's going to have a conversation of his own. So what the ruling was on that fielder's, it's being ruled as a fielder's choice for Lola Tanner instead of a hit back in that last frame. But what the umpire said was she was going for the tag. Rachel Varela, who was trying to get the ball off the ground, trying to go for the tag, but oddly enough, the ball was not even close to her glove whatsoever, but the umpire ruled it as such, and that's what it goes down. Not a hit, a fielder's choice for Rachel Varela. So there's only 1 hit still on the board for La Sierra, but that was the ruling there. just to clear that up. So after the conversation there with Ogle, just to check to see if Gia was out on that bunt there or whatnot. That one's in the dirt. 3-2 count for Guillen, with Rachel Varela waiting on deck. Regardless, play didn't matter because the Warriors were able to get out of that frame with 2 straight innings. Another check swing, slice through by Guillen, fouls off another pitch. Guillen wanted to go. She does go around. Strike 3. That is just the first batter retired on a strikeout for the Warriors by Hannah Dobbs. And in total, that is only the second hitter retired on a strikeout for the Warriors in both games. Varela going after the first pitch, fouls it off into the La Sierra dugout. Strike 1. Varela with that double back in the first inning through the second base side. A lot of uplifting words from the Warriors dugout. Bit of a check bunt there. No strike called on the pitch as she pulled it up. 1-1. Flares it out to right center field. This will get down and all the way to the wall. Varela turns around second, heading for third. In there for a triple. Got under the tag applied by Marola. 2 for 2 on the day for the senior. In her final regular season game as a Westcliff Warrior. 2 for Varela. 1 out, bottom third. First pitch in there for a strike to Jasmine Lara. Ground ball. And her previous at bat, 5-3 in the books. That one on the floor, rolled on the ground. Couple of looks at back. Varela gets caught up going to home plate. She gets taken down, and a botched strategy play there from the Warriors. Ball, back pick. Lara able to dive back in. So 2 gone here in the bottom of the third. Warriors 6th hit of the day. One just misses outside corner. Gracie Firth flew out to second base, her first at bat. Showing bunt, pulls up. That's in there in the strike zone regardless. 2-1 count for number 15. 3-1 count on Gracie Firth. 2 outs, bottom half of the 3rd inning. Upstairs, 5-pitch walk for Gracie Firth. Meeting here at the circle between Coach Tom Vogel and the rest of his squad in the infield. Just before this at-bat can get underway. 1st and 2nd for the Warriors coming up with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd. Vogel is having a conversation with the home plate umpire about something. Don't know if he wants to switch out the pitcher here. This might be what the conversation is right now between him and Hannah Dodds.
You want me to ask what count you had home book on the last batter? Okay.
There's a timeout. The base umpire is waving to the dugout. I'm not sure what this is about. He's pointing to somebody in the dugout right now. I don't know if it's one of the Westcliff Warriors in the dugout. Cheering as this one's Warriors in the dugout. Cheering as this one's popped up. Trailing off the net, but it's in play and caught by Morales. Warriors strand 2 here in the bottom of the 3rd through 3. Still 3-0 for the Warriors. To the top of the 4th we go.
Designated player, number 28, Ed Lucy.
Five, 6, 7 hitters here for La Sierra, trailing by 3 into the top of the 4th. Ground ball gets by a diving Varela into shallow right field. Leadoff hit for Hannah Gilfos.
Third baseman, number 5, Marina Marola.
Second hit of the day for the Golden Eagles here in game 2 of the doubleheader. This will bring up Marina Marola. La Sierra trying to even things out at 3 up on the board right now. Another first pitch swing in. Varela has this one. Throws to second. Over to first. 4-6-3 double play. 2 retired on 2 pitches. Nice to have a great defense behind your back for Madison Mendez. Delivers the first pitch. Off-speed pitch high upstairs for Morales. Struck out looking last time. It's just interesting to see so far throughout this game and even the previous game, leaving a wide open hole in the middle of the infield so far. This one a ground ball off of Lara, trying to scoop it up. It will get away from her, and Morales will get on board. That will go down as an infield hit for Morales. 2 gone there. Just a runner at first, 2 outs. Madison Mendez comes around for Smith. Delivers below the knees, ball 1. Takes this one down the first base line, right to Lopez's glove, steps on first. That's final out. Another runner stranded for La Sierra. That's 6 for them. Another scoreless frame dished out by Madison Mendez. Bottom half of the 4th coming up.
Shortstop, number 3.
3.5 have gone by. Warriors still holding on to a 3-0 lead into the bottom of the 4th. Top of the order here, a 3rd time for the Warriors. Justice Reese, her 3rd at bat, watches ball 1. Another one that's off as well, and it's a 2-0 count for Justice Reese. Reached both times today at walk, and that ground rule double leading off the game to left center field. Took a 1 hop over the fence. Eventually came around to score for Madison Mendez, who's in the hole here in the bottom of the 4th. Another one upstairs, 3-0 count for Justice Reese. He's having a pretty nice day as well, hitting-wise. 2 RBIs, a triple, on board with a hit by pitch. And just like we talked about, the walk in the ground rule double, and now she's on board with a 4-pitch walk.
Alyssa Patlin.
Second time today for her, getting on board, and here comes Alyssa Patlin also on board twice, a single and a walk, 4 hands. Patlin's having a great day at the plate as well. An RBI, triple, 1 run scored, 2 singles. That was in the first game. Patlin choking up on the bat, looking for the slap hit here. First pitch outside, ball. 5 straight balls here, dished out by Hannah Dobbs in her 4th inning of work. That's in the strike zone, just right at the chest. Patlin lays down the bunt in between the trio. Taken by the third baseman. Safe! Not in time on a throw by Marola. The 1-2 hitters have not been retired yet through this game. Bunt single for Alyssa Patlin. Her 5th hit of the day. Justice Reese moves over to second base. First pitch swinging at the first base side. It's inside the chalk. Rolls away from Ramsey. Here comes Justice Reese. She scores 4 RBIs for the senior. Patlin goes to third base. Four to 0 for the Warriors.
Now batting, number 31, Annika Romo.
And there's going to be a new pitcher here coming up. We'll take a break and step aside.
11 in, 34 out.
Savannah Henry.
So Annika Romo will take over for Alyssa Lopez. First pitch delivered by the relief. Mendez is going to get a free bag. Almost could have been tagged out there by Mujica, who got the ball. And it's free 60 feet. Madison Mendez wants every bag today. The final game as a Warrior in the regular season. Romo starting off with a 1-0 count against Savannah Henry, who started the first game of this doubleheader. That's in there right at the chest level. Strike one, 1-1. 2 runners now, second and third, in a 4-0 ball game. So 2-1 count for Romo. Pops one up in the infield. Mujica's under it, backing up and makes a grab. Here comes Patlin. Trying to get around the tag, but she's out. Very risky move there by Patlin, and that will end the inning. Well, nope, 2 outs there. Should be 2 outs. And Madison Mendez touched the third base bag, so on the transition, it will be the 3rd out.
2 up for the Eagles. Marion Makita.
A little bit confusing up here inside the booth. So instead of a double play, it becomes basically a triple play. As Mendez touching the third base bag on the transition because it was actually just 2 outs in that half inning. But now 3 after touching third base bag inerrantly, coming back to the dugout. And that's what settled the last inning. Mendez back online in the circle, strike 1 for Annika Carrion. Right to the third baseman on the liner. 1 retired in Carrion.
Second baseman, number 2, Lily Makita.
Fastball just off the plate here for Lily Mujica. Four to 0 for the Warriors, and it's all been from Madison Mendez. Off speed, tipped in the glove, strike 2. Madison Mendez has credited herself with all of the runs on the board. 4 RBIs, a single or 2 singles, and a sac fly. That one's off the plate, just low below the knees. 1-2. Drilled above the dugout of La Sierra. Came hot off the bat there, foul ball. And it's a 1-2 count. Final game of the regular season. Warriors will head up to Georgia to play to Florida National in the 2026 Continental Athletic Conference Tournament. Off speed, strike 3. Down goes Mujica. Sixth strikeout of the day for Mendez.
Center fielder, number 3.
2 retired in a row. Be up in Lawrenceville, Georgia on the 29th on a Wednesday, 11 a.m., 11:30 a.m. Another floater. Does not get the call. It was below the knees. So Florida National would look to be right now the 2 seed, as it looks like. Yeah, the standings, as that one's fouled off by Franco. At the top, it would be Georgia Gwinnett, who has a 4-0 in conference record, but they are 24-21 overall on the season. They have not looked as strong as they did a year ago, but that's because they had 2 of the best pitchers in the country. It looks like Alice Lloyd would be the team to beat. They have a 30-12 record on the season. Behind them, Carolina is up there with 4-28. Take a trip to the movies, because that one was watched 1-2 for Mia Franco. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Off the end of the bat. It's rolling off the line, down on a knee. Got him! Firth down on 2 knees to first base, a 1-2-3 inning for the Warriors. Another scoreless frame up on the board from Madison Mendez. Off to the bottom of the fifth we go.
Now captain, number 12, Alyssa Pulakari.
Hey, I've been hanging out with you guys all season. My bad. Sorry right here, my bad.
Right fielder, number 28, Jessica Gein.
27 for 4. 23 for 26. Going to left field. Going to 7. 12 for 10. 12 for 10. Catching. 12 for 10 catching. And number 22 is moving over to right field.
All right, get ready for this mouthful. Cardenas is shortstop in place of Tanner. Ramsey will come out of the game. Carrion will move from left to right field. Franklin in left now, Alina Franklin. And now it's Pucarli in place for Smith, Kayla Smith. Alyssa Pucarli will now be behind the dish now, and that's strike one of the count on Jessica Guillen. Strikeout in her last at bat, reached on a fielder's choice. This time she's facing Savannah Henry for the first time in this game. Big hack, that one way below the knees. Smile across number 11's face. That one's off the plate, below the knees. That one's tipped off. Foul ball for Jessica Guillen, keeping that bat alive. And leadoff spot here, trying to tack on some extra insurance runs. Breeze starting to pick up a little bit behind us. Tries to bowl it into the strike zone, but bounces off the dirt. One hopper, 2-2 count on the way. On the way for Guillen, falls out of the glove of Pulicarli, but it was above the zone anyways, full count. On the way, drilled shallow left. Guillen turns around first a full count double after battling all the way down 0-2. She gets the last laugh on that at bat, a leadoff double for number 28. Infield was also very shallow on that hit there from Gee, and he's on board. Again, that's her 8th double of the season. One 0 count to start off for Rachel Varela. Guillen with a total of 11 extra base hits now on the year. Lines this one down the third base side. Foul ball by Rachel Varela. 1-1 count coming up. Guillen is technically leading the way now with extra base hits on this team. Just a freshman. There's a lot to look forward to. Guillen halfway through second and third. The ball is thrown to second base. It gets away. Guillen will get the extra 60 feet anyways. Bit of an errant throw there, and it was Cardenas who just came into the game defensively at shortstop, was not ready to cover the second base bag. Another driller down that third base line, but in front of the Warriors dugout, out of play. 2-2 coming up for Varela. Jessica Guillen awaiting 60 feet. 2-2 count, no outs. Flared left field. Backing up is Franklin. She cannot make the play. One hops the wall. Varela extending further, going for third. Under the tag. RBI triple. Back-to-back triples for the senior. Warriors 5-0 now.
Number 42, Savannah Alvarez.
For 15, 23 for 60.
So Savannah Alvarez will come in, pinch hit for Jasmine Lara. A junior this year that is ranked down Coffin corner. Strike one. Savannah Alvarez, transferred from LA Mission College. A Santa Clarita native, 5'9" junior. Loads up, takes this one to left center. That is all the way to the wall. Another run for the Warriors. RBI double, pinch hit for Savannah Alvarez. Scores Varela. 6-0, the Warriors. Dangerous hitter coming up, Sarah Ellerton, pinch hitting for Gracie Firth. Lines this one past the infield. Right to Franklin and left. Alvarez comes around to score. 7-0.
Center fielder, number 7, Casey Johnston.
Four straight hits for the Warriors. As Johnston goes after the first pitch, rolls the top of the net here at the stadium. Foul ball, 0-1. Another RBI for Sarah Ellerton on the day. That's 7 RBIs in 4 games for Sarah Ellerton now. That one gets away from the catcher, Pulicarli. Free 60 feet for Ellerton. Foul ball by Johnston. One, two on the way off the plate. Twelve hits now for the Warriors, 7 runs. Really grinding their teeth into La Sierra. It's in their first strike. Down goes Casey Johnston. That is first out of the inning here in the bottom of the 5th. First strikeout for Savannah Henry. That is only the 3rd batter in this doubleheader retired on a strikeout for the Warriors.
Number 22, Emma Avalar.
So Avalar, who came in as a sub for Justice Reese back in the previous game. A ground rule double and a 2 RBI single in the 6th. Batted twice in the same inning. She will take over for Justice Reese here in the same spot with the runner at second and Ellerton. That's a ball. Ellerton's like halfway to third, and now she tries to make that decision, has to go back to second. An extremely long run to go back to second. Here comes Tom Ogle. Is he heading towards the circle? Yes. He's going to have a meeting with his pitcher, Savannah Henry. Having a couple of command issues here. Again, not much on the table here for either side. La Sierra already missing the playoffs. They're at the bottom of the standings in the GSAC, but a very tough GSAC to play in amongst with some of the best teams in the country. Arizona Christian at the very top, Ottawa University Arizona at second place, and Hope International, including Embry-Riddle, who the Warriors actually faced early on in the season. And Embry-Riddle looks like the strongest team out of the bunch, but they are 12-10 in the GSAC. And they just barely made it into the playoffs. So those 4 teams will be playing each other upcoming in the GSAC championship tournament. And La Sierra will looking to try to bounce back next year. This is their first season in the GSAC. Former rivals of the Warriors in the CalPAC Conference. And the Warriors right now are really treating this La Sierra team like they are still their rivals. One out, bottom fifth. Emma Avalar cuts through that one, 1-1. That one's down Main Street on the outside corner. 1-2. Patlin awaiting on deck, looking for her 6th hit of the day. Previous at bat, a bunt single in the infield. It's a 3 spot here for the Warriors. In the bottom of the 5th. Trying to tack on some more. But that was a really nice pitch delivered there by Savannah Henry, and that brings down Emma Avalar on a strikeout swinging.
Left fielder, number 9, Alyssa Patlin.
So Alyssa Patlin looks at her pitcher in the on-deck circle, trying to help her out on this side of things. Plenty of run support for Madison Mendez. Patlin lets the first pitch fly. It's above the zone, 1-0. Final game of the regular season for both sides. Patlin turns around, cuts back in. Pitch was a little inside, somewhat close to the zone. 2-0 though. A 2-0 on the way. Same spot, more inside, but it's off the plate. 3-0 for Patlin. Getting a good read on these pitches from Henry. "27 pitches total for Henry so far in just a half inning, basically. Patlin, 4-pitch walk. That is surprisingly the first walk dished out by Savannah Henry. 2 straight batters on strikeouts, a walk. Runners now, first and second. Ellerton, second base, and Patlin at first. And here comes Madison Mendez, the starting pitcher. 7-0 ball game for the Warriors. Takes a 1 hop off the dirt. And Pulicarli's going to walk that ball right back to the circle with Ellerton in third, forcing the catcher to pick and choose there behind the dish. Fastball inside, can't get the corner. 2-0. La Sierra dishing out their disapproval of the call there. Rolls this one over, ground ball picked up by the shortstop Cardenas, throws up first. Nice return by Morales to get final out. 3 runs on 4 hits for the Warriors. 2 stranded here. 7-0 ball game off to the 6th inning here on the Warrior Sports Network. So Rutschner comes in right field in place of Guillen. First pitch swing and a miss for the first man up here. Ayana Cardenas, who came in defensively. Back in the last frame. Pops this one in the air. First base line. Romo's able to track it down. Ellerton. Franklin in the box here. That's a strike. 0-2 count for Franklin. Romo stays in at first base. Alvarez at third now. And Ellerton behind the plate now here for the Warriors. Everyone else stays the same. Big swing and a miss. Another strikeout. 7 on the night for Madison Mendez. Another off-speed pitch. That thing is just nasty. Full Gilfus all the way through. Nothing but strikes here in this half inning from Mendez. Fouled off, nearly takes out her own teammate. Marola in the on-deck circle. 0-2 count. Goes with the off speed, nailed and down and through the infield. That's gonna roll all the way to the wall. It got into the gap. And Gilfus is gonna get to second base on a double. It's just her second hit of the day. Fourth hit for the Golden Eagles here in this game. So Marola stepping into the plate. Watches ball one, inside half, misses. This one down, first base line, just foul. Marola. 2 outs. Top 6. That one's below the ankles. 2-1. So the Warriors knock in another run in the bottom of the 6th inning. Then that would be the end of the game. As per mercy rule, it's in there for a ball. Mendez up to 80 pitches now. Right back to Mendez. Wow. Didn't even need to move that much. She does it all. RBIs, hits, and split second reaction times. Through 6, 7-0 remains.